Speaker of Parliament Bagbin has broken his silence on this controversy surrounding his declaration of 4 seats as vacant. The matters have ended up at the Supreme Court, and the Supreme Court has made interim orders. The Speaker of Parliament instructed his lawyers to take the matters up in the Supreme Court to have those rulings made by the Supreme Court vacated. The court rejected that position. The Speaker of Parliament, speaking for the first time in an interaction with journalists in Parliament, said it appears there is a collusion between the executive and the judiciary to weaken Parliament.
The current brouhaha may be likened to a power play between the arms of government. Recent acts of the judiciary and executive, and I see them as interference in the workings of Parliament, pose a direct challenge to the essence, jurisdiction, authority, powers, and functioning of the esteemed institution of Parliament. The judiciary and the executive are seemingly colluding to weaken Parliament.
The Speaker of Parliament says, despite the NPP not having enough numbers to actually ram their business through, as we have seen in previous Parliament, he and the NDC MPs have bended over backwards sometimes to allow government business through.
The NDC members of Parliament, however, understood the situation and on a daily basis cooperated with the NPP members of Parliament to see government business through. In spite of this, the NDC members are said to be saboteurs of government business.
The Speaker of Parliament says some of these matters that have ended up at the Supreme Court could have been handled maturely in Parliament. He says both the President and the Supreme Court have sinned against the Constitution of Ghana.
The powers of the judiciary ends where the nose of Parliament starts. The Constitution is very clear on freedom of speech and of proceedings of Parliament. This was exhibited by the President's refusal to even receive the LGBTQ+ bill, duly processed and passed by Parliament, without any legal basis. The judiciary is supportive of this conduct by the receipt and processing of a suit on this subject matter. These are dangerous precedents in our democratic journey. Both the President and the judiciary have sinned against the Constitution and must seek the opportunity to confess and repent to be forgiven.
Bagbin does not believe justice has been done in this case. He cites other issues when the Supreme Court actually decided to block members of Parliament from actually coming to the House to represent their constituents, and said, where will there be justice if at this point in time you say these MPs whose seats have been declared vacant cannot represent their constituents?
Justice must not only be done, but must be seen to be done in all cases, not in only those cases to which some people appear to be sentimentally attached. Fellow Ghanaians, I respectfully call on the Supreme Court to apply the same swiftness with which the motion ex parte in the Eastern matter was granted to the case involving the President's refusal to receive the Human Rights and Family Values Bill.
You will recall that the Attorney General in court did say that the Speaker of Parliament had committed a crime by illegally procuring the services of Thaddeus Sori. The Speaker of Parliament has been firing back.
He's the Attorney General. He did his service in Parliament here. I was leader then, when he was doing his service here. Yes. So I know him very well before he became Attorney General. There's vast difference between Parliament as an institution and the office of the Speaker. Was I meet the Attorney General,
and I'll tell him my peace of mind. On some legal issues and pronouncements he made at the Supreme Court.
During that same proceedings at the Supreme Court, Chief Justice Gertrude Tokono did indicate that it appeared to her that there was a constitutional crisis. The Speaker of Parliament says nothing of that sort is happening currently in the country.
There is no constitutional crisis in this country. The Parliament of Ghana is alive and working. Let nobody mislead, misinform, or disinform you and the country.
So what exactly is going to happen in the House tomorrow in terms of the seating arrangement? The Speaker of Parliament says that is not his job. It is said to be a showdown again tomorrow because both sides are taking entrenched positions, calling themselves the majority, with the NDC MPs clearly signaling their intent to take the right-hand side of the Speaker of Parliament. Reporting for Joy News, Kweku Asante, Parliament House, Accra.